Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm flying from Doha to Beijing on Qatar Airways Airbus A350-900 in business class, but not the famous Q-Suite version. I actually flew this route twice, and since both experiences were nearly identical, I'll combine them into one full review. After returning to Hamad International Airport from a 19-hour layover, I headed to the check-in area. At the entrance, Qatar Airways welcome staff were very attentive and guided me directly to the dedicated business class check-in zone. Spacious, quiet, and with almost no lines. There's a separate immigration and security lane for premium class I went through in just a few minutes. After that, I made my way into the main terminal, which, as always, feels more like an art gallery than an airport. There are large sculptures, luxury car displays, and a calming ambience with soft lighting and open space. Qatar Airways operates two main Al Mourjan Business Lounges in Doha, the South Lounge near Gate A and B close to security, and the new Al Mourjan Lounge, the Garden, near gates C, D, and E. Let's start with the South Lounge, which I visited on my first trip. The staff greeted me warmly and asked if it was my first visit, giving me a quick tour of the lounge facilities. There's a buffet-style dining area with hot dishes served by staff and an a la carte menu as well. The food quality was excellent. The fruit was fresh and sweet, and the desserts were perfectly balanced, not overly sugary. I did notice a funny moment at the buffet. A dish labeled chicken was described by the staff as fish, and honestly it tasted like chicken. Maybe some mixed up in the kitchen that day. From the a la carte menu, I tried the chicken biryani and assorted sushi. Both were decent, but not outstanding. The buffet actually felt more consistent and flavorful. I appreciated how consistent the branding was. The diptych scented towels and glassware, and even the spice jars match what Qatar Airways uses on board. The showers were spotless, no water spilling on the floor, and each suite had a toilet inside, which is super convenient. There's a great selection of amenities too, though there wasn't a hairdryer or individually packed shampoo and body wash like at the Garden Lounge. For my second trip, I decided to visit the Garden Lounge, which I liked better due to the brighter environment. To get there, you can take the airport's internal shuttle, quick and efficient. The first thing you'll notice is the lush orchid garden inside the terminal. The space feels bright and refreshing. Maybe it's the mist they use for the plants, but the air here actually feels cleaner. At the lounge entrance, there's a massive Louis Vuitton restaurant, though it's not complimentary, which feels a bit unnecessary inside a business lounge. The seating layout is more varied here, some enclosed pod for privacy, comfortable chairs and USB charging built into the side tables, though the charging speed was a bit slow. Food-wise, it's identical to the South Lounge. This time, I tried the beef tenderloin steak from the a la carte menu, perfectly cooked and served with well-seasoned sides. The staff said it's their most popular dish, and I can see why. The showers here offered travel-size amenities and hair dryers, but unlike the South Lounge, no toilet inside the shower room. Overall, both lounges deliver exceptional service, but if your gate is near C, D, or E, the Garden Lounge, in my opinion, is more convenient and has a lighter, fresher atmosphere. My flight to Beijing was operated by the Airbus A350-900, registration number Alpha 7 Alpha Lima Kilo on the first trip and Alpha 7 Alpha Lima Hotel on the second. The aircraft has 36 business class seats in a 1-to-1 reverse herringbone layout and 247 economy seats in a 333 layout. Flight time is around 7 hours. I sat in 4K the first time and 9K, the very last row, on the second. Although this isn't a Q-Suite, the reverse herringbone seat still offers great comfort and plenty of storage. The amenity kit and pajama set were identical to those on my previous Washington-Doha flight. There's some storage space underneath the footwell, but the legroom does feel a bit tighter when lying flat. You also get side triangular compartments for smaller items. A small front compartment provides convenient shoe storage, which I found to be a thoughtful design touch. The tray table slides forward and backward, which is actually more practical for dining than on the Q-Suites. The cabin features electronic window shades, which block light efficiently. After takeoff, the crew takes control of them, but they are easy to adjust when available. Welcome drinks were served promptly. I had Qatar Airways' signature lemon mint juice, zesty and refreshing. Interestingly, it tastes better after takeoff. The tanginess mellows out, probably due to the change in cabin pressure. The crew asked each passenger when they'd like their meal to be served, right after takeoff or later in the flight, which is a nice personal touch. For the late night meal, I started with the wonton noodle soup and a gooseberry friand with vanilla ice cream. The wonton soup was very disappointing. Thick, soggy wrappers and not enough broth. The portion is also too small. I ended up ordering a second main course, ginger chicken with black bean sauce, which turned out quite good. Tender, well-seasoned, and satisfying. The dessert was spot on, light, flavorful, and perfectly balanced. On my second trip, I pre-ordered the lamb shank, which was fantastic, tender, flavorful, and cooked just right. Movie content is not really the same as my last flight from Washington to Doha. There are many Hollywood films and some international content, though the international content could still be better. The remote control wasn't very responsive, and I probably didn't quite understand how to use it. The user interface also didn't feel very straightforward. The lavatory was kept clean throughout the flight, with amenities similar to my previous journey, including diptych face mist and hand lotion. Throughout both flights, the crew were outstanding, attentive, proactive, and even offered to make my bed without asking. They patrolled the cabin regularly and were easy to flag down. For breakfast, I originally wanted the wok fried noodles, but they ran out before reaching my roll. I went with the sweet potato and kale omelet and chicken sausage instead. It was okay, nothing memorable, which kind of tells its own story. Overall, even though this wasn't the Non-Qsuite experience, the crew still delivers a comfortable and premium flight for a 7-hour journey. The seat design, bedding, and storage are well thought out, and the crew service truly stands out. Warm, professional, and consistent. The only improvement will be the food offerings. Arrival at Beijing International Airport was smooth. Immigration was surprisingly fast. However, baggage delivery took much longer. Even though this was supposed to be priority luggage, my bag came out towards the very end. Definitely an area for improvement. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more travel and flight reviews. See you on the next journey.